I think our system is by far the best in the world, but it's flawed. You know, nobody's perfect, and the system is only as good as, you know, the people in it. And it makes mistakes. They made one here.
Tonight, an exclusive jailhouse interview. Convicted killer Christopher Porco opening up about his trial, his defense, and life on the inside. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm John Gray.
And I'm Trishna Begum. The Porco family name known all too well to so many in this region, tied to a brutal axe murder, an extensive trial, and an even longer legal challenge after the original verdict was reached 16 years ago. Well,
tonight we bring you an exclusive here on News 10 as the man arrested and tried for the crime speaks only with us about the case. First, though, we do want to revisit the events of that horrific day in 2004 and what came next. November 15th, 2004, Peter Porco is found murdered in his Del Mar home. His wife, Joan, badly injured but clinging to life. Both of them attacked with an axe while they slept. From the start, police did not feel this heinous crime was random.
We're still looking at the case from the perspective that the individual who was involved in this attack knew his victims.
Within hours, their son Christopher Porco, a student at the University of Rochester, is brought in for nearly 6 hours of police questioning. His yellow Jeep impounded by the authorities. In the days and weeks to come, it's clear he is the focus of the murder investigation, but police are tight-lipped.
I'm not going to comment on that.
For the next year, police and prosecutors slowly build their case. And November of 2005, almost exactly 1 year since the attack, Porco was indicted and arrested for the crime. Due to an abundance of pretrial publicity, the case is moved downstate to a court in Orange County, with the trial getting underway in June of 2006. Prosecutors allege that Christopher, who was at odds with his parents over finances and caught in several lies, drove from Rochester to Del Mar in the middle of that night, attacked his parents, and then raced back to school. The key evidence against him, his mother's head nod to police at the crime scene confirming Christopher was the killer. A neighbor seeing his yellow Jeep right in the home's driveway the night of the crime. The home security system being disarmed by someone who knew the secret family code. And Porco's bad, at times criminal behavior prior to the attacks. After weeks of testimony and hundreds of pieces of evidence, it took the jury less than 6 hours to convict him. His attorney, Terry Kinlan, filed an appeal attacking the trial and the outcome on a number of fronts. Most notably, the jury being allowed to hear testimony about Joan Porco's nodding her head when she was so horribly injured and has no memory of the event.
The information, the evidence concerning the nod should not have been allowed into this case.
Now, for the last 7 years, I've corresponded with Christopher Porco in prison, even making the 3-hour trip up north to Denimore to sit with him and talk for hours. He has new lawyers and says they've uncovered new evidence in his case, which they are unveiling for the first time tonight. From his arrest to trial to time behind bars, he's never broken his silence until now.
I mean, I'll ask you the obvious question again, Chris. Did you do this crime?
I didn't. I had nothing to do with this. I've said that from day one, and it's the truth.
16 years after a jury convicted Christopher Porco of the brutal axe murder of his father, Peter, and attempted murder of his mother, Joan, he is for the first time speaking exclusively with News 10 about regret, hope, and life behind those imposing prison walls.
The weeks go by very quickly, and so it's easy for years to kind of go by too. You know, when you think about what's happened in the past 16 years outside of here, you know, George Bush was president when I got here, so.
Right.
Porco's smile quickly fades when we discuss the murder trial and his disbelief that it took a jury less than 6 hours to send him away for life.
People of the state of New York against Christopher Porco. Count 1, murder in the second degree. What's your verdict? Guilty.
I think we were overconfident, I would say, going in, and felt like there just wasn't enough evidence and can kind of rely on that. Having said that, a criminal trial is as much about narrative as it is about evidence, and you got to hand it to the prosecution in my case. They told a wonderful story.
One that he and his new legal team insist is pure fiction.
In order for Christopher to have done this, which we of course adamantly maintain that he did not, he would have had to complete these heinous acts in a very, very narrow time span. And what his attorneys failed to do is they failed to break that down. And when you break it down piece by piece, it doesn't fit. And it doesn't fit because it didn't happen.
They filed what's known as a 440 motion, arguing his conviction should be vacated for ineffective legal counsel, unlawful seizure of evidence used at trial, the government suppressing exculpatory evidence that would have exonerated him, and allowing a detective with a personal bias against Porco to work the case against him.
I don't blame the police for initially suspecting me. I don't blame them for prosecuting me, even though they knew there were real problems with the case.
A big one, they claim, the home security system. Someone disabled it the night of the murder using the family's secret code. Prosecutors told the jury it was as if Christopher dropped his wallet at the crime scene. The problem, Porco's lawyers argue, is the search warrant for the security data wasn't obtained until 11 days after police had already downloaded it.
Somebody, either in the DA's office or high up in the Bethlehem Police Department, realized that they didn't have a warrant for information that they believed was going to be critical.
Porco's legal team says jurors also never got to hear about a potential alibi witness, a female student at the University of Rochester who said that Porco was on a computer messaging her between midnight and 12:30 a.m. the night of the murders. Now, that's the exact time police say he should have been on the thruway racing home to commit the crime. Her statement was turned over to the defense, but allegedly buried in dozens of boxes.
Even during trial, they were getting boxes of stuff kind of haphazardly from the DA's office. And this material was mixed in thousands of pages of documents.
They also say missing from all that discovery material, police notes that revealed a Bethlehem detective played a major role in this investigation, even though Porco knew him and once dated his daughter.
I didn't know that he didn't like me.
Porco's legal team also argues his lawyer should have called their own pathologist to dispute the time of death of Peter Porco. They've now hired renowned pathologist Cyril Weck, famous for his role in the aftermath of the Kennedy assassination. He argues after examining Peter Porco's body temperature and tissue samples, the murder happened hours later than prosecutors say, no earlier than 6:30 a.m., too late for Christopher to have done it. For this motion to work, Porco must convince the court that Terry Kinlan and Lori Shanks, two well-respected attorneys, dropped the ball several times in his case. I reached both by phone at their winter home for comment. They said, while we certainly hope Christopher Porco was successful in seeing his conviction vacated, we dispute any assertion that we did not give him a full and vigorous defense. We lived this case for 2 full years, and there was not a witness we didn't pursue or a lead we didn't follow in the effort to exonerate Christopher. Much of what we're hearing in this 440 motion we have heard before, but we wish him success with his new legal team and the courts. Porco never took the stand in his trial, so 18 years and 2 months after the horrific crime, I asked him the question the jury never got to hear. Did he do it?
No, I had nothing to do with this whatsoever. It's abhorrent. It's inconceivable.
Also inconceivable to Porco, getting through all this without one person's unwavering support.
It sounds like your mom is still very much in your corner. And
very much. She's the toughest person you'll ever meet. We speak every day. She has borne the brunt of this without a doubt. So we've gotten through this together, really. We're the support system for each other, but she's endured much more than I ever will.
Porco knows people in the Capital Region think he's a killer. It's a hurt, he says, no maximum security prison can keep out. Still, he insists he did not do this, and nothing will change that.
if they offered you a plea right now, will let you walk out of here next week, would you plead guilty to doing this?
No, as crazy as that sounds, I'm committed to seeing this through.
What's going to be interesting in this, Trishna, is the head nod the appellate court said should not have been allowed in this trial, but it was what they call harmless error. There was too much evidence that he did it, that they looked at. The interrogation he gave, that was not allowed in the trial. If some of this other evidence gets knocked down, if they have an evidentiary hearing based on this and they say, well, you know what, we're going to allow this but not this stuff, it could change the way they prosecute this case and how much evidence they would have against him.
A lot of people watching this story might also be wondering if you heard anything from the former prosecutor in the case.
I did. I reached out to Mike McDermott, who's in a private practice now. He was the ADA who prosecuted this. I'm going to quote what he said now. He said, Mr. Porco was represented by two of the Capital District's most dedicated, accomplished, and passionate advocates. They zealously challenged the prosecution at every turn and secured several important rulings in his favor. Few defendants received the level of representation that Mr. Porco enjoyed at this trial. So Mike McDermott's saying it's nonsense. He didn't have great attorneys who did a great job. His new lawyers say if you look at what they failed to do and some of the things that they missed, and they think some of it was deliberately kind of buried in the evidence, and that's why they missed it. Some of it they said they feel they should have done. That's what's going to happen with the court now, and they filed this 440 motion in Supreme Court Albany County just today.
All of that being said, what does the timeline look like now?
Here's the initial. I read this through 3 times, which took me many hours. It's 214 pages. This is the 440 motion. There are hundreds of pages that get attached to all of this in digital documents that support, they say, a lot of what they're saying in here. So you're looking at a minimum of several months, possibly a year. One of the appeals took about a year. So it could be many, many more months of him sitting in jail, and his legal team now, and his mother, who fully supports this. His mother, Joan, believes he did not do this, and she's behind him. They may have to wait, months up to a year to hear back from the court, and then they could either just vacate everything and say this was unfair, or they could say let's have an evidentiary hearing to go through some of these points and make sure he did get a fair trial. Or they could say everything stands, you stay in jail.
I know you put a lot of research and time into this, trying to cover all of the angles, so thank you for bringing us this story. Of course, you're going to be following this entire process.
I'll keep on top of it. I'll be curious what the courts come back with after reading through all this.
Great job. Thanks so much, John. And